And we are back. Let's see, where did we last leave our tale? Ah, here we are. Last we left off, our adventurers, Skaaymon and Whimsy, found themselves in the plain of the Shadowfell, Skaaymon's homeland. There, they returned to Skaaymon's home village after discovering of the odd nature of this realm and the new president of this realm. Encountering a few temporal glitches while they prepare mentally for the worst with President Jacob Hearn, known to them as the Hunt. They arrived in Skaaymon's home village, where Whimsy met for the first time and Skaaymon reunited with Jarrow, known as Jump, and where Skaaymon spoke with members of his family, including his mother, Brixton Bats Sakari, his father, Leonidas Lies Sakari, and his youngest brother, Brody Bees Sakari. Our main characters, along with Skaaymon's dog, whose name I definitely remember off the top of my head, Falsey, and his friend Jarrow, the four of them decided to go hunting. Skaaymon and Falsey broke off in one direction, and Whimsy and Jarrow in the other, with the idea of a competition. However, while separated, Skaaymon ran into Skaaymon, a version of himself from the future, the chosen of time. The two of them spoke, and the Skaaymon of the future seemed panicked, seemed like this shouldn't be happening. And upon realizing the timeline was not actively falling apart, began to wonder if something far worse might be happening. Eventually, the hunting parties returned, and I do not recall who was the winner of the competition. But shortly thereafter, Skaaymon and Whimsy went to the graveyards on their way to meet up with Varail, the chief of the village. There, they discovered many dead, including the gravestones of Skaaymon and Zan, respectively, and the gravestone of Varail Denvers. And that is where we pick up our tale.
Hell yeah.
Well, the first silent it was. Skaaymon just stares at this headstone kind of blankly, a weird look of confusion on his face, unsure of how to process what he's seeing.
I mean, undead are like kind of common in the Shadowfell, right? This can't be that weird of a thing.
Most part, I guess. It just seems a little strange, I guess.
Well, I mean, they told, like, you know, she was still alive. or, you know, moving around at least. So we should definitely go check at least. I'm really curious now.
Yeah, that was the plan. Looking around, is there any sign of anyone nearby?
Not that you can see, no.
Did anything strange happen? Well, you were with Jero in the woods, like around in the area around you. Did something happen?
Whimsy gives you a kind of confused / concerned look. Like weird time stuff?
Weird anything? Time, noises that even Jero seemed confused about. Just weird.
Not really. I mean, it was all like, you know, a new unique experience and all that. Not been in the Shadowfell very much, you know, believe it or not. But I don't think any of it was like weird. Jaro seemed pretty confident the whole time. Did something happen to you?
I think it'd be a lot easier to show you, but I don't have the capability to do that right now. I met myself in the woods.
Whimsy just stares at you. kind of narrowing her eyes and like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait. Are you... Is that why all this shit is happening? Is there like some weird time parallel thing, like another version of like future, past, like what are we talking?
Future. You see, I asked him that, and he was incredibly not helpful whatsoever about literally anything.
Oh.
And it's so fucking annoying to hear that I fucking become that.
No, you don't. No. The Whimsy in that like parallel thing must have been a little motherfucking piece of shit, because I'm not gonna let you be a cryptic motherfucker. I can't stand it when people do that.
Yeah. So I didn't get much about much. So just...
Okay, this is awful though. Like that I hate time shit like that. Like I don't... that's gross. That... Ugh. So you didn't like off them? Are they still running around? Did they leave? Did they like time?
They vanished. They vanished.
Okay. Okay, good.
They're not anywhere I could get to them. I don't know where they are. I don't really care so long as they stay away. But also, they said shit that was incredibly concerning, and I don't know what to do with the knowledge that I have now.
What did they say?
A few things. A few things, and yet also practically nothing.
Like cryptic riddle shit?
Yeah. That. And also, I asked... Yeah, I asked him, me, it, that, because you know, they asked me if I had any questions, and they would attempt to give me an answer of some sort, and I asked about Thomas. to see if I could, fix it. And basically, when he'd stop hating me or acting like he hated me, whichever one it is, and he responded with something save his life, I think. I might be misremembering. It freaked me out, so I might have to think back on my thoughts and try and remember that. But either way, I'm now even more concerned. And I don't know what to do. But if I start acting like spacey in the next little bit, I needed you to know why. And that would be why right there. So I'm just giving you the heads up.
I mean, yeah, I don't really blame you. That's fucking awful. I wouldn't put like too much stock in it though. I mean, even if this was real, and first of all, this could have been some sort of fucky ass trick, but if this was like real alternate version you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you guys made all the same decisions. Like, sure, in his version of things, like, that might have happened, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen to you.
I'm hoping. So.
And I mean, hey, like, I mean, he said, like, save his life, like, save, you know? So, like, that's promising.
Yeah. That's kind of the only thing that's keeping me going right now. Because otherwise I'd be freaking out more than I am, surprisingly. But also surprising to absolutely no one. Yeah, no. I don't know. There was a bunch of other cryptic shit that was said. And other things like he had no recollection of that conversation actually ever taking place. And apparently... Fuck, actually, did he mention Bloom, or am I putting that in my own head?
He did, yes.
He did mention Bloom. Okay. And apparently, we'll probably be seeing Bloom again.
Whimsy immediately rolls her eyes and, like, just, like, gives a heavy sigh. I fucking hope not. Did you see how mad she was at me? Just because, like... I mean, if you get in my way, you're gonna have consequences. Like, it's not my fault. And she was acting like she had a stick up her ass last time we saw each other. She's probably gonna be mad or something.
I mean, yeah, probably.
I mean, I didn't want to attack her cute, like, adorable little dragon. Like, it got in the way, and, like, I need to kill things. I can't let the bad guys get away.
That's one way to see it, I guess. Either way, not like it matters at this point.
Yeah, Other You is probably full of shit. We're probably never gonna see her again.
We'll see.
But either way, everything's gonna work out. It'll be okay, Skaaymon. This is not the environment that you should be around if you're feeling down anyways, you know, in the middle of a fucking graveyard. Do you want to walk to the thing? Do you want to, like, go under a tree and rest for a bit? Looking at your own gravestone probably isn't uplifting.
I mean, it's not really as concerning as you'd think, because I know what happened, and I feel their pain that they must have felt when making this. but I know what happened, and so it's a little funny to me. But I'm not gonna say that to anyone else, so please don't say that to anyone who lives here, please.
My lips are sealed.
Thank you. Specifically that lives here. I don't much care outside of that if you say it, but just anyways. Yeah, no. So yeah, you're right. We should go. We should.
What are you gonna tell the dead, not dead lady, anyways? You know, about Zan.
No idea. No idea, because, like, they were friends to an extent, as they could be as coworkers and whatever the fuck Zan had going on. I don't know what happened, but I'm pretty sure something happened between them, and then suddenly everything went down. I don't know what it was. I don't know if that's even true, or if that's just another fucking rumor from teenagers, which it very well could be, because they are incredibly talkative for bullshit reasons. I don't know. I guess I'll find out. If you want to head over, you're right, we should leave. This is getting weird. Okay, she should be this way. And Skaaymon will start heading over there. Sorry, I'm typing to you as I'm talking. I'm just trying to make sure I waste enough time. Alright, we're good. Heading over there.
Whimsy will follow along as well, and she will, like, as we're headed over, kind of do like a. You just hear her like suddenly say, "Ooh, wait.
Waiting.
Do I have my Skaaymon? Do I have your permission to do my regular thing I do in temples, or should I not?"
Oh,
they got really mad about Zan, like, taking that idol or whatever. Am I allowed to steal things?
Please don't. Like, from the bigger cities, go for it. From here, they're already small enough, and things will be easily noticed, and also I'll get in trouble. And I don't need that from them. I would like them to like me and allow me to come home once this bullshit is over. And I would rather you didn't.
Okay, but, like, do they have any, like, cool things? Do they have, like, a used tissue where it's like, Mouser just blew his nose on this or some shit?
No,
like, that's what people do, isn't it?
Not like that, mostly because I don't know if he's ever actually been here. Ever. Yeah, I don't know if he's ever actually stepped foot on this plane. At the very least, since the, time of the heroes, the war, the whatever, the material shit where everything went down. So nothing like that. As a cool, I mean, maybe. To be honest, I didn't really pay attention. I didn't really pay much attention to what was around. I didn't really care.
Notice that. You're like a mega huge outlier, Skaaymon. Did you know?
Yeah,
well,
I mean, I mentioned
Yeah, you do know. You do. Yeah, but, like, I didn't realize, like, how much everyone was like Jero, oh my god. Like, yeah. I was like, he, like, okay, first of all, he's a fucking stone cold killer, okay? That shadow hair was being so freaking cute, and he was just like, oh, well, just life and death, blah, 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 and, like, just fucking killed it.
Uh-huh.
But then he kind of made up for it because he was all like, like praying and shit, which is like, I don't know. I kind of have a thing for that. I kind of don't. I mean, I have more of a thing about it when it's to me, But anyways, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about it.
Skaymon's eye roll is almost audible. As he kind of shrugs. I mean, it's to each their own. You don't have to feel a certain way about it just because you're here. Just like as I was born here, I'm one of the, like, 6. Kind of glances back towards the graveyard. Probably closer to 4 if I did recognize a couple of more of those names, and I'm not mistaking them for others. Like 4 to 6 people that don't really follow, that openly state that they're not overly religious. There are others that just don't really do much in general, but they don't say anything about it. But I don't know. As long as we're not, like, rude or anything, no one has a problem with it, which is really nice. If they do have a problem with it, it's usually because they're the really grumpy and bitchy ones, and they're just trying to find a problem with you.
Uh-huh. I want you to know, Skaaymon, even whenever you weren't there, I was on my very best behavior. Like, Jira was like praying and all that, and I was like, to who? And then he was like, oh, we honor our alibi, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't even say like slay daddy or anything whenever he said that. Like, I didn't even fucking say that. So like, honestly, I'm doing good. I'm being really respectful.
I appreciate that.
I haven't made one single uncouth comment about any gods while I was here. Yet. I don't plan on losing the streak, though.
Anyone else other than me?
Now, of course, as soon as we're outside the borders, that's going to happen again, but... I'll do anything that you command, Skaaymon.
Sure.
Curious, though, like, since you were, like, raised all around it and stuff, like, why aren't you religious? Just not your thing? Do you think they're lame?
It never really clicked. Like, how some people just feel as though it is right for that. It just never fit. It was like a puzzle piece for a completely different puzzle. Just... it didn't really feel wrong, but it felt as though I'd be, like, posing rather than it being genuine.
Well, it is like really, really hard to like truly devote yourself and like your entire being to like entities that don't even directly communicate or talk to you or anything, which is why I'm gonna change all of that. Like, I'm gonna be like ever present shit. Like, someone's gonna like pray to me and I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm right here. What the fuck do you want? Because like that's what they should do. Wait, did I tell you? Did I tell you that I think I've received my first prayers?
What? No.
I didn't mention it. Twice now, I've heard someone really fucking pathetic be like, Whimsy, or whatever. I'm almost positive that it's like the person, like that really stupid, lame ass homeless person that I like impressed and was all like, I'm a goddess, like in the Feywild or whatever. Like, he has went on to build my first church. And like they're praying, like it's like a congregation, and they're all like pathetic because they're homeless people, but whatever, I'll take anyone. It's a start.
I don't know what to say to that.
Can you test it?
Guess what?
Please. Just one time.
Test what?
Okay. Can you like pray to me? You don't have to make a big deal of it. Just like, I want to hear if I like, I want to see if I hear anything.
No.
No, what do you mean no?
Not right now, at least. I shouldn't have said that.
Well, Skaaymon, I don't think I see any other better place to do it than the church that we're approaching.
Well, I would. Yeah. Church dedicated to a specific god.
You don't have to say it out loud. Say it like act like you're praying. Everyone's gonna assume you're doing it for him, but you're really doing it for me.
And on the off chance that he does end up hearing whatever goes on, and no, thank you. The last thing I need is to piss off a god right now, because
I don't think we already have.
I don't think we have really.
Did you see what I fucking did in that temple? And you didn't stop me. You're like guilty by association, Skaaymon.
See, that was, I guess, more in honor of. I mean, the big statue was his child. If anything.
I mean, it was a Chrysalis temple. Like that was what it was listed as on Google.
I mean, yeah, but it was still more of a shrine to Oxum.
Okay, well, like these holy ass fucking relics weren't all Oxums.
No, but I don't think he cares about them. If he did, he would have collected them.
I'm just going to interject here. Skaaymon would not know Scriptor as Oxum. That is Asius only.
We're gonna ignore any time I said Oxum then, and replace it.
That he only fully embodies that moniker in Asius. He is still known primarily as Pure Creatio Scriptor in the other two timelines.
Whoops.
Anyways, yeah, I don't believe it. He's fucking pissed right now, but he can't do anything to me because I'm untouchable.
He does be fucking fighting words.
Yeah, are. And have I been smited? Nope, I haven't.
I'm not gonna say anything about that, alright. He definitely quickens his pace just a little bit. Lengthens his stride a little, in order to get there a bit faster.
Okay. You approach the church. The Church of Shadows. As you can see a few people within. The doors are open. You can hear a voice from inside speaking at the moment. You recognize the voice to be the voice of Pharrell. You know what? Hang on. Actually, I want to grab different music.
Getting religious up here.
Pardon?
We're getting religious all up here now. With the music. I don't know. I was trying to make it funny, but the funny didn't funny.
As you enter into the cathedral, you see... It is familiar to you, Skaaymon. It is almost entirely unchanged. But, Whimsy, you see rows of seats, rows of benches facing towards the front of the church, where a massive stained glass window bears the emblem of Malcertus. But it's not quite how you remember the emblem. Instead, roll a history check. I'll make it a low DC, because I know you read up on this shit a bunch.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you definitely recognize it as the symbol of Malcertus regardless, but I'm just making you roll to see if you recognize the historical difference.
Mathematics. That's a 24.
24. Yeah, you... The snake curled around the hilt of a scythe is, yes, the symbol of Malcertus, though typically Malcertus is depicted with a snake curled around a staff. The scythe instead represents the unity of all the gods of shadow, and the snake represents Malcertus as its head, as the lord of shadows, above all else. Within the church, you see 3 people currently sat among the rows of seats, their heads down quietly. At the front, standing just beneath the stained glass window, framed by the dark light shining through, is a purple-skinned tiefling woman with a pair of tall, curled horns, a pointed tail swishing behind her, long white hair done up in a bun, and a pair of eyes, of heterochromic eyes, one white, one black. She is in the middle of a brief sermon, but it comes to a close shortly after you enter, as she smiles and looks down towards the 2 of you, stepping from the lectern and walking towards you. Her stride is careful and... her stride is graceful yet careful all the same. Her priest's robes do not fall farther than her ankles, but they still seem to obscure most of her, cloaking her in a sort of mysterious shadow, even though she herself is entirely visible. The robes bear the same symbol as the stained glass window behind her. And as she smiles, as she approaches, she smiles. Skaaymon, you return to us.
He kind of bows his head a little bit, very awkwardly. I have, for the time being, it's not going to be a permanent stay. I can tell you that for sure. I do not know how long it'll be, though.
She nods. Have you discovered what was stolen from us?
Did they not know?
I should reword that. Have you retrieved what was stolen from us?
No, I have not. I do not know if retrieving it is now possible. I know I have been on its tail, as best as I can be.
She nods, her expression solemn, as she says, I see. And it has found itself back here. But
the
forgive
reason it's
my...
missing has found itself back here.
But forgive my rudeness, she turns, and offers a handout to you, Whimsy. I am Frail Fad Denvers.
Forgive the rudeness, as Whimsy. Oh no, this is awful. I feel bad for this, but she currently has her phone out and is taking a shit ton of pictures, as she normally does when she sees anything cool. And she's kind of looking through them, squinting, ugh. The hand comes out and she just lifts a finger. One moment. And she's gonna turn her fucking flash on and then start taking a bunch of pictures.
Skaaymon puts his head in his hands as he just sighs in exasperation.
Pharrell does kind of cringe as you turn the flash on. We certainly do welcome visitors of all sorts here, but could you turn that off? The shadows are necessary for our prayers.
Oh, sorry. The light was just like temporarily like necessary for, a good picture here. But I got all I need. She'll put her phone up and then give a curtsy and take the hand. It is wondrous to meet you. I am Whimsy, Silly Autumn Lily, Princess Whimsy, Silly Autumn Lily.
Hmm. She turns to Skaaymon and says, "Wherever did you find her?"
Not getting into too much detail, just within the first area of the Feywild I ended up getting thrown into.
Ah. You bring a Fey princess into our lands. Wonderful. Welcome.
Bring is the word for it, yes, I guess.
How may I be of assistance to you, Skaaymon?
Mainly just a checking in and apologizing sort of situation. And potentially an explanation, but I do not know what you may have learned after I was sent off.
We do not know the details of your mission.
Okay. How much do you want to? That might be emotionally heavy.
Come, we will speak in my office.
Okay.
She turns and leads you through a side door deeper into the church.
Someone follows quietly.
Whimsy will follow as well, and you receive a message. This game on. Ask her why she has the gravestone. I'm so curious.
He kind of just holds his hand up behind him with holding a finger up like a one sec kind of thing, or in a he's trying to with his hand portray a sign that it will happen, just not at this moment.
She leads you down a hall and into a smaller room, an office of sorts with a ebony-colored table, or ebony-colored desk, a nameplate with her name on it, and she sits behind the desk, gestures to a few chairs in the corner. Pull up a chair, sit.
Skaaymon will grab one of the chairs, set it down, and kind of gesture for Whimsy to sit, and then we'll go back for the second one.
She will happily take it.
And he, as he sits, he's going to I haven't said he took it off yet, so he will take his camera off of his person and will turn it off at this point, and will set it down on the table. And will just kind of awkwardly tap his hand, or nervously tap his fingers against the table for a few minutes.
Start from the beginning. What happened after you left our plane?
Well, as you say, started in the material. With working with some of the law enforcement there, we were able to determine a few different things, and I believe it was within a bank vault, I think. Another portal was reported there and was closing fast. They had a few... I don't... I heard it on the radio. I'm not entirely sure what the name was, but one of the mages was holding it open. Either way, from there, the trail lined up being the same person, so went through it, finding myself within the celestial plane. Specifically in a angel's house, which was not fun to explain why I was breaking and entering to the head Asimar of the God of Memories' house.
She narrows her eyes slightly, as you say, head Asmar of the God of Memories, but kind of nods. I suppose it follows that whoever stole our holy relic would steal from an angel.
I'm not entirely... Well, he might have. I don't know. Either way, it was within the celestial plane that I learned that I am not the only one in that graveyard with an empty grave and no explanation as to why they disappeared.
She nods. Yes, he insisted on following after you.
Following is a very funny way of saying that, I guess, considering he has been the one I've been tracking from the beginning. And I learned that within the celestial plane.
Impossible. He left days after you.
It's not impossible. I was in the material for a couple of days.
But you chased the thief through the portal into the material.
It's... I don't have footage of him until the plane of water. That is where I got this. And he'll kind of tap the camera. Everything beforehand is kind of just a trust me bro moment here. There's...
If it is true that Zan is the thief, it makes even less sense why he insisted we send you, our greatest hunter, after the thief. I wanted to send an agent of the church, someone more loyal to our Lord of Shadow. I suspect I would have been smart in doing so. She glances to Whimsy as she says. But Zan insisted we send you. You were the greatest hunter we had. I believed Jero would have been a good fit, but Zan was insistent.
I have yet to get a proper answer why. Either way, I have seen him a few times. We have spoken a few times, and it doesn't normally end well. Normally.
Normally?
Well, when you're within a strange plane that the entire thing is an active war zone, and someone, he looks to Whimsy, gets bored of the talking and suggests, that since we were already planning on going bowling as a wait to, speak, a time waster before we could speak to someone with actual information, where the trail went to. We found him, and someone decided to invite him along because if we weren't going to fight him, she was getting bored.
I'm sorry.
And he came with us.
You invited the thief, my
I was-
trusted advisor, to go bowling,
I was really hoping, but
and he is still
from
alive?
there... Uh-huh. Yeah. I was really hoping from that
It
we'd be
truly
able to
was
get him
wrong
back
to send you then.
here. Yeah, well...
If you have encountered the thief on multiple occasions and he still lives, and you have not managed to retrieve the idol, perhaps it is best for you to remain home, and we can send Jarrow to finish the job.
Yeah, if only that were possible.
I'm certain it is possible, Skaaymon.
Maybe you should try going it after yourself if you want it so bad.
I am required here.
There is a different element to this that I do believe Jarrow could handle, but he would be going in blind.
Then explain it to him.
Let me try it and explain it to you first. And let's see if you can gauge any part of it.
Go ahead.
He is being patron. No, it's not the right word. He has a patron. One of powers beyond the gods. This patron has actively, physically stopped us from being able to move, stopped the... What the fuck is she called? Stopped... Actually, before I finish that sentence, was the Arbiter of the Plane of Air in that situation? I don't think they were.
I don't believe she was there for that one.
With the Layvoots. Oh, no, she wasn't. Okay, we're gonna...
They came in
not
like right
that.
after that.
Yeah. Managed to break into multiple different high security places, including some sort of library of the Arbiter of the Plane of Air, and this entity physically stopped us moving entirely and took him away. He didn't teleport himself. This thing moved him. Other than that, hi cat, hello.
So he is working with some sort of demon. This is not a surprise.
It's not a demon.
But to claim
It
this
is
demon has powers beyond the gods, you know, is sacrilegious.
sacrilegious, but unfortunately truthful.
Whimsy can't
help but start
laughing.
I have seen it, and like I said, if you can understand it, then maybe I can explain it to Jarrow. Maybe he could do this. But considering your first thought was taking what I said and immediately calling it a demon, with the utmost respect I have for you, which is a lot, you are wrong. And it's not going to work.
With the utmost
Get off the
respect I
fucking
have,
keyboard.
with the utmost respect I have for you, which is admittedly dwindling, I have made my decision. You will fill in Jarrow on the details of your mission, and you will not pursue the thief. Jarrow will take over, and Jarrow will kill the traitor. She
I wish him
stands.
luck.
Am I understood? Skaaymon, Sakari.
Wonder how long it'll take for you to realize you were wrong. But yes, you are understood. And Skaymon's going to get up and leave.
Whimsy will stand up, and she has the air of she would have already attacked this person if it were not for you, Skaaymon. This would not be going over well at all. But you can tell she's trying to remain calm. She still shoots the priest a glare, and then will walk up beside Skaaymon and say quite loudly, "And who died and put that bitch in charge?" You know you don't actually have to listen to anyone, Skaaymon.
He did, apparently. As he's leaving the office.
Okay. She does not react directly. She does not speak or retort. She just stands and watches you leave.
He did grab his camera, by the way. He's not leaving that behind.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
He's gonna do his best. Not right now, actually. That's gonna be when he gets home thing. But yeah. Well, this went terribly.
You're not actually gonna, tell Jero anything, right? I do like the guy, and I don't want to see him dead, and honestly, it's quite a miracle that, you're not dead, considering everything that's happened, so I think he'd fare as well. That's pretty much a suicide mission.
No, he won't. He won't. And unfortunately, I know that. Looking firsthand. He'd survive longer than I would have without this time shit. But it's that first fight between the three of us, I guess four, because Kirai was there, on top of that building in the Feywild. In that situation, I don't believe Jero would have gone unconscious as I did. I don't think that he would have had to been dragged through a portal as I was. I don't know if he could have survived much longer than that. I don't think he could have survived a Stalkish and the creatures below the ocean, the void fucks. I don't think he would have survived. I love him in pieces. I do. He's my best friend. He's been there for basically my whole life. I don't think he would have survived that. If he did, then that's a problem in itself. Because it means he's a part of us.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you don't, unless your town is, a fucking dictatorship and I didn't even know it, and even then, you don't have to listen to her. What is she, just, a fucking head of a church? In the, excuse me, Skaaymon, no offense, middle of fucking nowhere? Yeah, she has, no authority.
She's akin to that of a mayor. So, in a sense, but the council works together, but she's kind of always been the head of that. If someone else proves himself more, then they are then they are the ones seen as the most in charge. But usually, it will default to that of the priest, the religious leader. leader of the church. I can't stay. I can't, and I'm not going to.
Oh yeah, no, you're not going to. I'm not gonna go it alone.
I really wish that went better. The only other way I can think of that I might be able to convince her otherwise is with the actual footage.
You don't need her approval, Skaaymon. That was incredibly disrespectful after everything you've went through to, follow her orders and whatnot. For her to just be like, oh, you were the wrong choice is fucking awful.
They
Fuck
have
her.
no idea, Whimsy. They have no idea what this has done. What I've gone through on this. They can't see it and they won't understand. I don't. Other than just full out telling her, oh hey, I am a time traveler. Unwillingly. But like I can't actually do that yet. I'm just going to be later. Like I don't know how else to explain it. Like I don't necessarily think that'll work.
If she was unwilling to consider that there is not even her first thought of hearing that there was a patron more powerful than the gods was to be like, oh, a demon? No, she's fucking clueless. Like, I get that that's like the story that people are like told or whatever, but even if that's the case, like, there's no open-mindedness. Like, when I learned that, there was no surprise to me because of fucking course there's something older than the gods. Like, what do you think they fucking spawned in? Like, it only makes sense. People like that are closed-minded idiots. It really doesn't matter what you say. I don't think it's not going to change her mind, and you don't need her approval.
My minds are based in tradition. Her approval I don't need. But I want to be able to come back here after everything. And if I can't convince her otherwise, then if I leave, I will be labeled just as much a traitor as Sam.
Do you need me to kill her?
No.
Are you sure? It sounds like that would solve a lot of issues.
It will make it worse.
Well, the only people that I imagine you probably really give a shit what they think about you, for is just your family and Jero, right? And like, I don't think just because you left and are, considered a traitor that they're just gonna turn on you like that. They seem like decent people that aren't idiots.
I don't know.
I just need to ask, are you having this conversation in the church or have you left?
Skaaymon is walking. He doesn't really know where he's heading. He is heading out of the church. So a good first part of it was probably within the church, but
Okay.
I
By
don't
this point,
imagine
you are not in the church anymore.
Yeah, I honestly by the point of like the time traveler comment, we probably were no longer in the church with how Skaaymon was walking, depending on how big the thing is. But he's not exactly being quiet about it. He's also just wandering aimlessly, probably out towards the woods, but not really anywhere in specific.
Gotcha.
Skaaymon, I'll just say it because it doesn't seem like anyone else is going to. I am proud of you. Genuinely. You've dealt with a lot of shit and you've come a long way. And they don't understand, but I do, at least. And you've done a good fucking job.
He stops in his tracks and just kind of sits for a second before turning around and kind of wraps his arms and wings around Whimsy as he just he doesn't start crying, but you can feel him start to like tremble a little bit.
She'll hug back. Just being there. Not really saying anything, but just offering any support she can.
I'm wondering if maybe I can get enough pieces of the footage together of certain aspects of everything that's happened. I might be able to show her. So, the last time I just handed off the camera to someone, they came back. Oh, well, you remember, you were there in the plane of fire. I might be able to get enough of it together to convince her that even if I do leave, it's for a reason.
The
Because I know I
decision
can't stay.
The decision is yours, Skaaymon. You're not staying. Absolutely not. That decision is yours. But I get that this is your home and you don't want to be like an exiled traitor. That is understandable. If you think that would help, then I'll be there and I'll support you, but I don't think it's gonna work.
You're probably right. But if I don't try, then at the very least, Gerald will be sent out. And if I don't try and he dies, then that's on me. If I try something and he dies, and I come back, I'm at the very least I can throw an "I told you so" in her face. It's not going to be great, but it'll be something.
Yeah. I mean, you have a, computer at your place. Surely you can, like, edit down the footage just to show, like, the parts you want to show, I guess. definitely not all of it by any means. I feel like there's a good bit that would just make things a bit more complicated than they even are now. But
Yeah, no, one part in particular.
which
I don't
one?
the giant time of
Oh yeah.
eye of time, that whole. I asked Sally. Well, no, I mean during the conversation with Sally, she had mentioned that in this timeline, I had died in the celestial plane. This timeline's Skaaymon died.
Huh?
Yeah. I didn't know that part. I never really thought about how we were placed in a different timeline, if there was any worry about running into myself. And I mean, I technically did, but not in the way I was originally thinking. I never really thought of it, and I'm now. It didn't really hit me until we were about to go. I was about to introduce you to Falsey, that I'm different, and I'm just realizing now, if that's the case, then Kira shouldn't have known me up until we met, and he joined us in the plane of air. And Zan would think that I'm dead until we met him in the plane of air, because that's where we came back to. And I don't know how I feel about that, and I don't know his reaction to that, and I don't know if he'll answer me if I ask him.
Okay, I'm just confused as fuck. What? Okay. I mean, Kira did know you though in the plane of air. Like he wasn't like, who the fuck's Skaaymon? Like he knew who you were.
Did he? Because he knew who you were, but up until I started fighting him, I don't know if he actually paid me much mind. He didn't say much to or about me. I don't think. And if he did, it might have been because he'd already been watching us, so he already knew enough. But if that's the case too, if somehow part of the timeline was rewritten in order for me to make sense, like an older version of me came by and kind of existed in their lives the same way I did, then maybe everything is fine. But if not, then there are definitely some discrepancies. And I am not the same here. The one they sent out did in fact die. The gravestone had some. That is real. But there's a good chance they'll never know that.
Okay, this is why I fucking hate time shit. This shit's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I don't. Ew. Okay, you're Skaaymon. You've always existed as Skaaymon. Fuck the fucking shit. Fuck. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Like.
That doesn't even make any sense. I mean, the people that we... I mean, it can't make any sense. Because, like, we've talked to people that knew you before we, died and, like, skipped timelines or whatever. Like, the people in, like, the plane of air, like, the, unending developers people, like, all the shifty people, they still fucking knew you. Like, before and after we went into that ball, like, they knew you.
They knew of us because of the ball. We hadn't interacted with them beforehand.
I mean, they heard of us, though, because of, like, that they acted like they knew a lot more than just, like, no, there's no fucking way. There's just...
Well, if anything, they saw the marks at that time. We didn't. They would have known just by looking at us that we are the same as just the average person. As he kind of like gestures around, if there are a few people, he'll kind of gesture to the like sea of whatever it is. That's how that works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the sea of just marks overhead.
Okay, Whimsy fucking hates this. She's whipping out her phone. She needs to disprove this right fucking now. She still has Kirai's number. She's just gonna fucking message him out of nowhere and just say, when did you first meet Skaaymon?
Give me a second. You receive a text back. As he says, "What? Whimsy? You... what? Why?"
I know, like, I was, like, really, really mad at you, like, last time that, like, we talked or whatever, and I, like, totally fucking killed you and, like, sent you back to the Feywild or whatever, but, like, I still look at your dick pic daily, and you have a really special place in my heart, so just answer the question, please.
He sends a few kind of question marks before saying, "The Feywild? Why? Why does this matter? You were there."
Okay, she, like, basically shoves her, like, phone in Skaaymon's face. See? They made it made sense or some shit. Like, I don't know. Like, okay, I fucking hate Sally. I can't stand that bitch. But, like, I'm not dumb enough to not believe that, like, she's powerful. Like, she probably just fucking rewrote people's memories to, like, include you or something.
That is one of the possibilities, yeah.
She'll text back.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Love you. Bye.
He sends a bunch of question marks, which I assume you don't respond to.
She's curious. Like, she'll respond back. So what have you been up to since I kicked your ass, by the way? Have you just gave up on it?
There is a long moment where he's like kind of typing, then not typing, then typing, then not typing, then typing, then not typing, before he finally responds, "Breaking out of the hells. Again."
Oh. Fuck. You're a devil?
half devil.
Okay, what's the other half?
Typing, not typing, typing, not typing, typing, not typing. Faye.
Yeah. I mean, I figured. Yeah. Like, you know, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure you said you're a Winter Fae. Like, I could get the vibes. Okay. Anyways, damn, that sucks for you. Okay, well, you better not try to kill me again, or you're gonna have to escape for a third time.
He does not respond to that.
I mean, he did just say again. He didn't say for the second time.
Yeah, true. Whimsy has enough faith that he's not killed super regularly. Alright. She'll put the phone back. So, what do you want to do now, Skaaymon? Convince the bitch? Not convince the bitch?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. You know what pisses me off the most about that whole situation is that she took your presence as one of the reasons that I failed. Like, I'm all for, don't trust strangers, but like that was definitely directed in a she's Fae, so because she's here and you're with her, you're a failure kind of way. I don't like that.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be better than that. I don't care who the fuck she is, what she does. She should be fucking better than that. Oh, yeah. That really ticked me off. A lot, actually. Because on one hand, bitch. On the next hand, not my fault. For one. You've been great to have around sometimes. But I will not lie and say that I was absolutely trying to get rid of you in the Feywild. It just never worked. Yeah. So I'm not, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
She's a judgmental, closed-minded racist. Those types of people, she seems like the type where, like, you would put all this, together, like, spend hours, like, cutting, the files, like, doing all that weird shit to, like, make something presentable, and then it would just be like, haha, this is a deep fake.
It's a possibility. I mean, I'm still gonna do it. Because it's something.
I mean, there's also the fact that, like, I feel like she might kind of see you as more of an issue and more of a I need to exile you type person if she does know that you're chosen by, like, people like that don't like for their ideas to be shattered. Like, she's clearly, big Malsurtis fan or whatever. Don't blame her. But, like, that, that whole, like, it begins and ends with this and there's nothing more at all, nothing, like, religious people tend to be closed-minded. And you, like, giving her proof that she's wrong is probably just gonna tick her off more. She doesn't seem like the type that's gonna be like, oh, wow, this is evidence, you're right. More like,
I don't know. I don't think that she's gonna accept that she's wrong. This is your decision to make, and if you want to do that, then you can.
You know, I'm very tempted to more than just that. Take some of the things I mentioned, find the footage I have of those, and clip those together, and make a meeting with her, and that have to be the meeting where I explain to Jera everything, and have that watching and go, hey, how would you deal with this situation?
Yeah, that's smart, actually. Like a, two birds with one stone situation. I do think that if you're gonna like meet with her, you should have Jero there so he can
No,
see
the entire
shit.
point. The entire point would be this would be me explaining to Jera what's going on. I just want her to be there to see it. I think that might be how to go about this, because you're right. I can't just tell her she's wrong.
Okay.
It used to be so simple.
Then we go and edit the stuff. How long does that take?
A while, honestly. Because I'll have to go find it. I'll have to cut it and make sure I get everything and remove everything I don't want, and it'll probably take me across a couple of days, not working on it every single hour, minute, and constantly, but like it'll probably take me a good few hours to do it properly. Especially if I don't want it to just be one continuous thing and want it to be like specific clips and whatnot. I don't know. I would really I would honestly really like someone who knows what they're doing, what's going on, to be able to talk to right now, but that's not exactly a possibility. Kind of just have to rely on I don't even think I can rely on that. I just have to hope that she understands she can't remove me from this. Because, like, unless I misinterpreted what Sam was saying, the idol no longer physically exists in a physical dimension that we can reach.
Yeah, like idol is kind of extremely insignificant considering everything that's going on. Like, not the highest priority, I don't think. Just being honest.
I don't know.
I mean, the idea is to wait until the
Hunter, Examiner, people, whatever, come by anyways, and that's probably going to take a few days, so
Yeah.
you definitely have time to do it.
The question now is if she was also made aware of my thoughts and feelings on the president, then is she going to let me? Or do we have to do this from the outside?
I mean, the thing was, like, you have to be, like, yeah, I guess, like, supported by a government official, but it doesn't have to be her specifically, right?
No,
I mean,
but she can also now be like, hey, don't let this one join. Like, don't let Skaamon's not allowed to join. He has to stay put. Like, there's a chance, but it also might not go that far. I don't know.
I feel like it's probably up to the Examiner over what she says. I mean, like, surely she doesn't have the authority to literally be like, no, like, I'm placing this person under house arrest. Like,
she does here. If I need to be backed by one of the city officials, and she's the one in charge of them for the most part, sort of, then she can tell them no. And by them, there's really only two that I could rely on other than her, being Jero and my mother.
both of which also have political sway, right? I mean, your mom's
Yes,
like the head hunter
but
thing, and Jero's an ambassador.
And that's the... Unless they go behind her back after she's told them to not give me that, like, recommendation. Like, they're not going to. It really will depend on if she's going to do that or not, and if they're going to listen to that. I won't know until I try, so I guess I'm gonna wait till I can ask my mother. What time is it?
It's pretty late at this point. Probably about 10 p.m.
Okay. I don't know if staying at home is going to be the best option. I know what I've been told by people, but I genuinely don't know if that's going to be for the best. But I do need to be there at some point, so I will leave this up to you. We could get... There's the singular inn here that we could stay at, or we could face the wrath of my brother.
I really don't think I should be making that decision. I mean, this is your place. It's, your brother. If you want my opinion, my suggestion, you're not... The rift between you two is clearly causing you distress. You don't like it. You want it to not be a thing, and it's probably not going to get any better unless you address it. So I don't think you should hide from that. I also feel like that
maybe gives him even more ammunition to use against you later. Like a whole, oh, Skaymon's back and he didn't even stay in the house, or, something like that. So I think it's better to confront it. But that's just me.
Okay. He's going to text his mother and will say, just double checking, but our anxiety overload, just double checking, are we welcome to stay for the night / next few days?
Of course.
All right.
Sorry, I just remembered it would actually be a bit earlier than I said. It would probably be about 6 p.m. because you haven't had dinner yet because the feast.
The feast.
The feast.
Yeah.
I forgot about that part.
Okay, well, then we'll head back to my house, I guess.
After we eat. Where do they normally have feasts here? Do they just do in the middle of town?
That's a great question.
It would probably be the council hall.
Will most likely be the council hall. Either way, I am not dressed for that. And would like to not look, like this. So I need to go change. Above all else.
I don't think there is anything wrong with what you're wearing.
I do. For one, it's messy. For two, it's got blood on it. And
Exactly.
it's not people blood, so it's not as fun.
We could make it people blood.
No, we can't.
Whimsy sticks her tongue out and blows you a raspberry. Fine. Well, I am dressed to impress, as always. So.
Mm-hmm. All right, then.
Can we ride the motorcycle to the feast?
Potentially.
Potentially! Okay, that's a yes. That's a yes. Slimy, did you hear that? That's a yes.
That's not a yes, that's a maybe.
Potentially.
That's a depending on the situation.
Essentially.
That's a depending on the situation. And there are some things that might differ and make it a no. So, maybe.
Whimsy, looks up at the sky, quizzically. I don't know, Skaaymon. This is very good motorcycle weather. It's basically in the forecast.
We'll see. Above all else, I don't know if it's actually still insured. So, it has been for years.
Okay, well, if you ride it without insurance, it's even more badass.
Yeah, I don't feel like getting into trouble. I'm already in trouble. So.
You can't tell me that there are, fucking police around here that are gonna, pull you over. This isn't the type of place that has police.
So you see, the equivalent would be my mother, which is even scarier.
Yeah, exactly. So you have, fucking immunity or whatever.
Nope. In fact, quite exactly the opposite. Actually.
Oh.
Yeah, no, she watches us more, a lot closer. Because She's not gonna have that shit in her house. If she's not gonna be a hypocrite. If it's happening out there and she's trying to get people to stop it, she's not gonna let it happen inside her own house.
Okay, well, whatever. Like, it's not even that far of a way to drive, and like, you're back after years. It's fine.
I hate remembering that fact, because that's...
You're back after a few months to us. Is that better?
No, because it's been years here. Sugarcoating it, unfortunately, doesn't help. It doesn't help me, it's not gonna help anyone. I imagine they've started walking at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, you get dressed. I'm gonna be in the garage waiting.
Not with it.
Unless you want me to go in there with you.
No, but I would really rather you're not in there without supervision. Because
I'm not going to hurt your motorcycle.
That's okay. I'm a little worried about that, but that's not really what I'm worried about.
I'm not going to hurt your family or their belongings.
Intentionally. And also, it's probably not smart to have you in there unattended anyways.
Skaaymon, I'm responsible.
Yes, you're responsible. If I leave you alone anywhere here without any form of guide, I'm gonna get an earful. You've made them like you in a way that I could not fathom. With what I know, at the very least. And so if I even slightly do something that seems to be wrong, like wronging you in their eyes, I'm never gonna hear the end of it. Ever.
Giving me a moment of privacy isn't wronging me. Or giving yourself.
Like, what are they gonna do? Go in there and be like, Skaaymon, you should have let Whimsy be in here while you were getting dressed. I mean, I agree. I mean, honestly, I'd pick that over the motorcycle. If that's what you want. Honestly, actually, Skaaymon, never mind. You know, fuck the motorcycle. I'll just be in there while you're changing.
He's just not gonna say anything at this point. If you see his face, you can see there's something on his tongue, but he is shaking his head, he is physically biting his tongue, he is restraining himself from saying something. He's just walking. He's not giving any, like, positive indication. At the very least. Like, he's not agreeing in any sort of way other than the fact that he is physically holding himself back from saying something. And he just keeps walking.
Amazing.
Okay, so you are getting changed, then heading for the feast?
Yep. Are his people still there? Jesus Christ.
His family are probably not at home by the time you get there, actually.
Okay. He will wait till Whimsy ends up, like, positioning herself in, like, the optimal watching area before grabbing his clothes and then going and locking himself in the bathroom.
Oh my god.
And will get changed to something not, like, fancy or anything, but just, like, formal. He gets in, like, he dressed, like, semi-formally, like, decent shirt, pants, and kind of comb, brush, whatever the fuck, pulls his hair back.
Mhm.
And make sure he looks clean. And will head back into his room, and we'll kind of look at him and say, "Do you need to do anything, or are you ready to go?"
You walk in, and she is like midway through like putting on like some of your clothes that she dug out of the fucking closet.
He closes his eyes, not getting a full view of anything. He just kind of sees her doing something with clothes and just kind of closes his eyes, and will walk towards where he is gonna dump his shit. Some sort of laundry basket. He's not that much of a imbecile. That's not the word I meant to say. He kind of blindly walks past Whimsy as he does this. You having fun there?
You hear like a little bit of the not rip a fabric, but that sound it makes when it's struggling. she kind of like grunts and is like trying to like breathe in to make this fit.
You could really use some roomier clothes, Skaaymon. But yeah, no, I figured I would make a statement and wear some of yours. I mean, I did just buy like a shit ton of like new clothes or whatever, but like, when do I get to wear Skaaymon brand shit? Pretty much never.
He kind of like hesitantly like peeks through his eyelids a little bit. Is she wearing a shirt at the moment?
At this point, she is fully dressed. She has managed to put on something out of your closet. Probably she likes feminine vibes, but probably like the most feminine thing that you own in there. She's put on.
There's a like a dress in there.
Oh fuck yes,
Or
that
two.
is it. That's it.
I don't think it would fit her though. Like I don't think she'd be able to do it up in the back at all. It seems fairly tailored. Given what his father does, it is. Like tailored to him. As he kind of if you still want that to be
Oh, it'll be unzipped in the back, but she's still wearing it.
okay. He kind of will look at that and go, no. That's why?
Because
I'm gonna need you to not actually.
what do you mean?
What I mean is that's like first of all, the back's completely open, and there's no way you're gonna zip that shit up. And also, I would really rather not get ripped in any way, ripping in any sort of way, because, please.
I've made it very certain not to rip it.
The back is completely open. It is not zipped up.
Would you rather it not be open? Would that make you happy, Skaaymon?
How exactly, before you do anything, do you intend on fixing that situation?
She would just use Ultra Self to like make herself be able to fit into it more.
Does she do that, or does she explain that?
She just kind of makes like a gesture to herself. Like she thinks you get what she's trying to say.
His eyes kind of squint a little as he looks concerned and confused.
Skaaymon, I can just change my body to be able to fit into it.
For how long?
Long enough.
Are you certain?
Mm-hmm. I'm fine with it being open in the back, though. I think it's a fashion statement.
Hey, it's not. It's not. Okay. Oh, There's okay. There are other things, just not that. Please.
Even if I fit into it.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I wear the other dress?
I mean, it's less formal, but I mean, yeah, that one you could. You might still have to shrink those. I don't think you need to know what he's gesturing at, but just he's gesturing at them. You might need to slightly alter those to fit into it. But it is definitely more of an elastic one, so it will work better.
I'll try it, but I'm not shrinking my boobs. I'm not doing that. I'm not demeaning myself like that. So she'll sort of just take this one off and then try on the other one.
As you start taking it off, he kind of like he definitely no, he goes to help because he's worried about the thing, but the second it's like off, he kind of folds it over his arm and walks out of the room as quickly as possible.
All right, Bina, do you think that she could get this other dress on with her boobs?
Here's the thing, I don't think it'll work. But it's definitely like one of those like the floral dresses that are like pretty, but like springtime, summertime one, except instead of like flowers, it's probably other things. It's themed print, but like it's those like light kind of frilly sort of ones. That you could find practically anywhere.
Mhm.
It hold on, I need to check Whimsy again. Nope, not that. Yeah, no, it wouldn't work very well at all.
All right. You hear the fabric stretching sounds again, many cries of frustration, some stomping of hooves. And then she'll exit the room literally just wearing what she was already wearing.
Fucking hell, Skaaymon. You need to get some more, like, differently sized things.
Well, they are meant to fit me. So
You should have foresaw my coming.
I'd rather not. Ever, actually. Okay, just give me a second. He's gonna double back into his room and carefully put the other dress away as he just kind of held it in his arms as he left the room. And then we'll follow Whimsy. He is going to have his camera on him again, pinned slightly more hidden to himself and recording because he unfortunately doesn't know what he can trust anymore. So yeah. But he will head out.
Whimsy's walking to the garage.
Will yeah. Will also kind of automatically head towards it. At one point during this, he probably would have messaged his mom, being like, "Who'd get mad at me if I rode the bike? I don't since I doubt its proper insurance has been. At least I wouldn't be on it right now. I don't think. Would that be fine? Can I do that? Like in like 6 different messages, all one after the other."
Your mother will respond, saying, um, if you're going to ride it, be careful. The insurance has not been renewed, but if you're just taking it to the feast, it'll probably be fine. Just don't go too fast. Don't put anyone else in danger.
He will send a thumbs up for every if that's all one message, he'll send one. If it's also split into multiple, he will send one after every message. As he's heading down towards the garage. He will kind of walk in and will grab like a spare helmet from like somewhere, probably a closet, and will kind of walk over to him and say, okay, so just sit tight, let me see if this will work. As he's going to put attempt to use one of his old helmets, as they would have the little holes for his horns, and it to see if it will fit her enough. How big
She
is her
gives
head?
you,
It's not that big, right?
like, it's a normal sized head. She gives you like the when you're trying to like put clothes on a dog and it ain't on it type of thing. Like that kind of, she kind of leans back.
What? You.
If we're going
Helmet?
on the bike, you're wearing the fucking helmet.
Do I need to pull up goat videos for you? Do you know how fucking hard my skull is? This shit was made for bashing people.
Yes, your hair, on the other hand, might not be, and I would rather not have you accidentally go skidding and having some of your hair get ripped out of your head. So, helmet, or we're walking.
I mean, my hair is also very thick and woolly, so I think it'd be fine, but if you care so much...
Just put on the damn helmet.
Wait, what about Slimy? I don't know, Skaaymon. He might get hurt.
Yeah, I think it would probably be best to put him away for the drive, because there's a good chance that he will get the force of the air and speed will squish him.
Absolutely not. Slimy has been looking forward to this for so long. My grip on him is iron tight. Don't worry. I just thought it'd be really cute if he had a little slime helmet or something, you know?
We don't have there's not one that'll fit that. There's unless you want to put him in a fishbowl, basically. There's not
that would be
fish.
That would be cute, but no. He needs to fill the air in his slime.
Yeah, so the best bet will just be make sure he's in your lap as securely as you can get him.
I know, I'll smush him like in between you and me. He'll find that really hot. He said fuck yeah.
Sure. I mean, he kind of will look down to his jacket that he grabbed, but it is stereotypically leather. And we'll just go, it'll be fine. That also being said, take, and he will hand you a different jacket, one that also will help block the wind from your skin.
She won't protest this. She'll put this on and then immediately do the smell test.
It doesn't smell like him. It smells like a closet. Not a very musty closet, but there's definitely closet smell on it. It's definitely not his closet.
Skaaymon, you need to work on the longevity of your smell. This doesn't even smell like you. Wait, is this your jacket or is this someone else's?
It's been a while since I've worn it. Like
Okay, but it is
a
yours.
while from when I left. He's just purposely leaving out the part that it is, in fact, too small for him, and was there for if when Thomas was old enough to ride with him. He's leaving that out. He's leaving that out.
Smart.
But it used to be his. But now it's just like a spare jacket in the closet. And he will get all the things he needs to do ready. He will put his own helmet on. Will fucking giggle like a little maniac as after he puts his helmet on. It's not for very long, but there's just this quick little manic giggle as he is back in his element, and will once making sure Whimsy is secured enough on it and Slimy is there, he will get ready and we'll start driving. Definitely probably one of the slowest speeds he has ever actually gone on this bike. But maybe fast enough for Whimsy, hopefully. It's definitely faster than walking. And it's not like you'll have time to read signs as you go by them. So.
Whimsy's having the fucking time of her life. Like, this is cool as fuck. She is enjoying every moment of this.
He's probably going about 50 kilometers, so like 25 to 30 miles per hour.
Okay.
I have to calculate. I have no idea if that's right. It's about right, I think, because each mile is
31 miles per hour.
31. Haha, I was close enough.
That is
Okay.
impressively close, yeah.
I was gonna say 25 because it's half, but then I was like, no, it's not 2. It's like, I don't know. It's 1 point something. So I don't know. That's close enough. We got the point. Yeah, he's going like downtown city speeds, at the very least, are downtown city speeds.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's fast enough, but also slow enough. At least in theory. And will hopefully, without accident, get to the place that they're going.
There's probably a few yells of like Whimsy demanding you to go faster, but she's overall happy enough with the situation that she won't be too demanding about it.
There is a couple times where she's like yells go faster. So what he does is he will like slow down a little bit at like gradually, and then will speed up to like 53 or 32, and then will like drop back to his the what he was going. So it does in fact seem like he started going faster again. And is just hoping that tricks her enough to satisfy her.
I think it does. I think it does. Yes. No one at this feast will think they're a couple. No one.
You arrive to the council hall, and hang on. As you approach the council hall, you see the doors are open, and you make your way inside. Your footsteps echo against the beautiful dark marble floor, and you see the doors to the council chambers themselves, which, on the rare occasions that a proper, town, village-wide feast has been held, are typically transformed into a dining hall for said feast. You step forward, pushing open the doors as you enter. You see a long dining table with a beautiful red tablecloth draped over it. A few candelabras sit evenly spaced among the table, along with a few wooden chairs, each with a different person within, save for two chairs, one at the head of the table and one to its immediate left, which are both empty. You recognize your whole family is here, even your brothers, both of them. Thomas is not looking at you. There's a third empty seat to the right of the head of the table that is also currently empty, but you see Jarrow's jacket resting on the back of the chair. At the other head of the table, closest to you, is Pharrell. She does not say anything as you enter, nor does she look directly at you. But your mother, who is sat to Pharrell's left, smiles and gestures for you to come in and sit down at the head of the table. As your footsteps echo, Whimsy, taking in the room itself, it is everything you would have wanted from a feast in the Shadowfell, though a little less expensive than you would have liked. There is a dark mantelpiece off to one side with a fire flickering, a mirror looking out over the table itself, black wood carved into statues of people that you're not quite sure who they are, that are kind of carved into the mantelpiece itself. There are photos hanging on the wall, and the whole ambiance screams Dracula's castle. Well, it wouldn't be. You know what I mean.
Mhm.
As you are welcomed in, and gestured to take a seat at the head of the table, what do you do?
Everyone's going to have his head not down, but isn't trying to be very showy about him being there, and will kind of guide Whimsy over to a seat, and will take his as quickly and calmly as possible.
Yeah, good luck about not being noticed. like literally doing like the goat hopping like as they walk thing. It's like she's just like grabbing your arm and it's trying to say this quietly but can probably be heard. Skaaymon, this place is so cool. Oh my gosh, it has like mega mysterious mansion vibes. Like this is the type of setting where like a massive fucking vampire orgy would happen. You don't even know.
I know a bit. I did grow up here.
Wait, I'm sorry, did I mishear you? Did you say you know because you grew up here? Do those happen?
Pharrell kind of clears her throat. I would mind the language. There are children here. Please sit.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Whimsy holds it back. She holds it back.
Skaaymon does kind of lightly touch Whimsy's arm and will kind of guide her to sit. The touch in her arm is definitely his silent plea of don't.
She'll take it. She'll sit.
There's kind of an awkward air in the room that hangs for a few beats before a side door opens and Jarrow enters, followed by a few half-visible specters carrying plates. Skaaymon, you recognize these as the summoned spirits of Pharrell's magic, shadow sprites, her servants. They carry plates of food, and Jarrow sets, in particular, a large platter down close to the head of the table with a large portion of one of the beasts that was hunted. As Jarrow sits to Skaaymon's right in the chair with his jacket on it, he gives you a smile and then looks over to Whimsy and says, "Glad you could both make it."
Thank you so much for having us. This is absolutely wonderful. You guys are amazing at hosting feasts.
As the food is set, Pharrell kind of lowers her head and says, "Let us all remember the lives taken in order to preserve our own." And you see those around the table all kind of lower their heads in the same way.
Whimsy just looks around confused.
You'd see Skaaymon doing the same.
She does that thing, like, I don't know if y'all ever saw it, like, a kid in church that's, like, too young to know what's going on, but, like, after a while, like, they'll just be like, oh, everyone's doing this. Like, there's, like, a good, like, 5 seconds of her being like, what? Even after Skaaymon did it, and then she'll just mock him.
I have actually been, like, done that recently. I know exactly what you're talking about. Not at a church, but my grandma's side of the family are more religious than the rest of my family are. And so when we were having dinner with all of them, because their, sister had just passed, they said grace around the table, like just like a quiet moment, and I was so unsure what to do. I just kind of like closed my eyes and put my hands together and just kind of like nodded along with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly what Whimsy is doing. But this does not last too long, maybe 20 seconds. A quiet prayer to Relapai for forgiveness for doing what is necessary before they raise their heads and kind of quietly turn their attention to Skaaymon, waiting for the subject of celebration to begin the feast.
I definitely blanked for a second. What was that last sentence?
They, after the prayer, turn their attention to you, waiting for the subject of celebration to begin the feast.
He looks to Whimsy. He kind of looks to Whimsy and kind of like gestures to do.
Oh,
Is this like
should I
a
start
speech
eating?
sort of thing, or I was gonna say, is this a speech sort of thing, or just to start eating sort of thing?
They're waiting for you specifically to start eating. Skaaymon.
Yeah, I know. He hates that. Very much so. He did explicitly say to not involve him in the fucking sentence. I think he kind of glanced over at Whimsy for a second before he kind of he wants to stop. He doesn't want it to be verbal, so he does start and does the thing that everyone is waiting for him to do.
Okay. Once Skaaymon begins to eat, the energy kind of shifts slightly as people begin to grab food. Thomas is just staring down at his lap, not acknowledging your presence at all. As people begin to eat, can I have a perception check from both of you, but in particular Skaaymon?
Absolutely. Come on, this is the one thing I'm good at. Please. Fuck yeah, it's a natural 20 for a total of 32.
Ooh, nice.
All I have to be is be pitiful and oh my god. All I have to do is be pitiful and beg. Jesus Christ.
That's a 15.
15?
E.
And, sorry, Skaaymon, yours was a 25?
32.
32. Way higher. I don't know
Way
why I
higher
thought it was
than
a
that, yeah.
25. Okay. You both notice Pharrell is not eating fruits or vegetables. Skaaymon in particular, this does strike you as unusual, but not cause for concern. You do remember her having a balanced diet the last time you saw her.
Okay. Does she ever open her mouth enough to reveal any sort of fangs?
She's a tiefling. Her teeth
She's
are
a
already
tiefling.
pointed.
That's right, I forgot about that.
There would be no difference in her teeth.
Fair enough. I mean, Skaamon's just not. He's assuming for whatever reason she's some sort of vampire or otherwise undead, but still very like put together in one way or another. So he's not questioning it too much. He notices. He makes a note of it, but he saw the grave. He saw the headstone.
Okay.
Whimsy about to ruin everyone's time so much.
Whimsy is sitting next to Skaaymon. If there is any sort of thing that is about to go sideways, he is ready to put a hand over her mouth.
How far away is Frail from Whimsy?
She's the opposite head of the table.
Oh, all the way down the table.
Yeah, so she's at the head opposite Skaaymon.
Oh, right. Yeah, Skaamon's oh, I hate that. That's even worse.
Okay, like, how far would you say that is?
I don't imagine it's like the biggest table by any means. It's certainly bigger than the average dinner table, but like, I'm picturing maybe 10 to 15 seats between you and her.
If you were to put that into feet, what would you?
It's probably like 30.
Yeah, 30 to
35
40.
feet away.
30 to 40 feet away.
Okay. Okay. God damn it. Okay. Is there any like particular like plate of food that she seems to be really going for?
The large venison type beast that you and Jarrow and Skaaymon had hunted. That I still haven't come up with a name for, even though I absolutely should have.
Okay. Whimsy's such a piece of shit. I don't think that she can not do this. Alright. Is it kind of clear where the bathrooms might be in here?
Mm-hmm.
Could they at all be on the opposite side of the table?
Yeah, you would have to walk past Farail in order to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Whimsy is going to look over to Skaaymon, and she's hogging this food down like crazy. So she'll look over and just kind of like pat her stomach a little bit. Skaaymon, I gotta go make room. I'll be back in just a few minutes.
Mm-hmm. Don't get lost and flow level. Be respectful, please.
Of course. She's gonna get up.
Mhm.
And as she is walking past Farail, we're gonna try to target her plate with a subtle spell prestidigitation to make it taste like garlic. Overwhelmingly garlic.
Oh my god.
This can only go
The plate itself?
horribly.
The food on it.
Okay, the food on her plate. Gotcha. I know your subtle spelling, so it's gonna be a low DC, but can you roll me a sleight of hand at advantage, please?
Indeed. $18.
Yeah, you managed to do this without anyone noticing.
Okay. She's gonna quickly go into the bathroom. For no more than just a minute. Just like a really quick piss time.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's gonna come out, walk down, and she's keeping an eye.
You see Farail cuts off a bit of or Skaaymon, as Whimsy walks past and leaves, you see Farail cuts off a bit of meat, kind of bites into it, scrunches her face, and just kind of slides her plate slightly forward. And Whimsy, as you come back, you see Farail has her hands kind of folded over each other, resting on the table, as she's just kind of watching everyone else eat at the moment. Her plate has been pushed slightly ahead of her, just a couple inches.
All right. Whimsy will sit back down and then message Skaaymon. Dude, she's a fucking vampire.
I keep asking this, but I keep forgetting. Message is not like a vocal thing, right?
Correct.
No.
Okay. In that case, his response is, "I figured. What did you do?"
You think I did something? Oh, Skaaymon, honey, I simply had to take a wee piss.
Eat her
And
food
that
tastes like
kind of-
garlic.
Look, she won't eat it. It proves it.
Skaaymon is doing his best, actually. Where's this? I need this. A composure check. Skaymon's doing his best to keep his composure. He is currently very anxious, just in general, and it is slowly becoming more and more visible that he's anxious. He does not look at Whimsy at all during this, but you can see he does twitch a little bit at everything she just said.
I'll message again.
Okay, I just had to confirm, you know, like it's important that we know what we're dealing with if we're gonna, you know. It doesn't kill them or anything.
Does it not?
No. It's just like a deterrent. Like, they don't like it, but they don't, like, literally die just because they consume garlic. And besides, that wasn't, like, a garlic clove. It was just making it taste like garlic.
You know what? Sure. But don't do that again.
Okay, I mean, I don't really need to do it again. I've already confirmed my suspicions.
He doesn't respond. Has anyone tried speaking to him verbally at all?
You do hear conversation around the table. None of it is directed at you specifically. But kind of as you're having this conversation with Whimsy, Jarrow kind of leans over and says, "You all right? Lost in thought?"
He kind of positions himself so that his voice doesn't echo to anyone else, really. I don't think there's a way that he can make sure that the person on the other, like across from Whimsy, can't hear, but so that Whimsy can, given where he's sitting. So she's unfortunately mostly left out of this conversation unless she can overhear it. He does kind of drop his voice as he responds, "She is definitely upset with me, and I can't explain to her why what she said was wrong."
When we buried you, and she considered the mission lost, the council began discussion of sending someone to replace you, but voted against it because they didn't have any leads.
She effectively called me a failure and is fully intent on replacing me with you.
Can you blame her? It's been 3
No.
years.
It's
and
been a few months. And I know that to you, it's been 3 years. But if anyone else had been sent the way I had, it would have been the same amount of time for them.
I'm not saying she's right, I'm just... We've been without the idol for 3 years now. She's getting desperate.
I don't know if I can truly explain the situation that I've been thrown into to anyone else outside of it. I genuinely, I don't think there is an explanation that anyone will understand, and that is what's going to get you killed if you try and replace me. And I need her to see that, but I don't think I can convince her other than just showing her things that will not help in the slightest. I have a camera for a reason, and unfortunately, even with the fucking visual proof of it all, it still made others question. It still made others prepare to fucking kill me. It just proves that I'm a threat to them, and I don't know what it'll do to her.
So much has changed since you've been gone.
I know. I know it has. I'm learning that. It changed a lot in ways that it still would have if I were here. But it doesn't help that I left people broken as well.
We've all had to adapt to survive, Skaaymon. Without the idol... It's more important than any of us thought it was. Only she and Zan knew the extent of how important that treasure is. Three years without... There's a reason we've lost so many people. And a reason she's so desperate to get it back.
It's like, what did it do?
I can't tell you that.
Fuck's sake, if I knew what it did, I could figure out what he's planning. I might be able to meet him ahead of time.
I'm sorry, but she's the only one with clearance to tell you that. Even as her right hand, I can't.
Great. So, in other words, the only option here now is to throw you in blind to a situation you will not understand at first, and if you somehow manage to survive it, will leave you worse off than ever before, or to be labeled a traitor.
I'm more resourceful than you think, Skaaymon.
Yeah, and the universe is bigger than you think. There are more levels to it than any of us thought. Here, in the safety of our little bubble that can't see past the... This is not the place. This is not the place, this is not the time.
You're right. This is not the place and not the time, but... I want you to tell me. Even if you don't think I'll understand, I will listen. Just not here and not now.
The people in here, are there any other differing marks other than Whimsy and Skaaymon?
No. There's a few people with no marks, but most people here are marked by conflict.
Okay. I feel like when Skaaymon said the whole, and the universe is bigger than you ever thought, there are more levels to it than once known, he looked up and looked above Jarrow's head, looking at the mark.
Ferail, to be clear, is marked with conflict, as is Thomas.
Yeah, I got that part.
Brody and Leonidas are not. Brixton is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Speaking of, now that Whimsy has finally seen him, I will send Thomas into NPCs. Because I think Whimsy could probably guess that the boy sitting between Skaaymon's father and Skaaymon's brother is likely Skaaymon's other brother.
That he is basically terrified of right now.
You do notice Leonidas kind of gently elbow Thomas and lean down to whisper something to him, and Thomas kind of begrudgingly will grab a piece of food and shove it in his mouth.
Out of the corner of his eye, he's probably noticed Skaaymon glance at him every so often with, like, something very close to, like, a scared deer look in his eyes. But he covers it as best as he can, but not well enough. But he's not, like, staring at Thomas, so... But glances at him every now and then. I highly doubt their eyes will ever meet in this situation, but like I said, out of the corner of his eye, he probably notices Skaaymon kind of looking at him every so often.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Is there any other conversation you would like to have here at the table? Either of you?
Unless someone speaks to him, nope.
Whimsy is good. She is just eating an obscene amount of food, and Slimy is as well.
Whimsy is probably reflavoring an obscene amount of food as well, because...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not made to her tastes. Partway into the feast, after a little bit, Jarrow will kind of stand, raise a glass, and kind of clink his knife against it to draw people's attention.
Skaaymon's internal monologue, don't you dare do what I think you're gonna do.
Sorry, to who?
Internal monologue is just like, don't you dare do what I think you're gonna do.
Jarrow will kind of stand and say, "Thank you all for coming. We are here because Skaaymon has returned to us.
He visibly cringes.
And I guarantee you he is not happy about the fact I am standing here to give a little speech about him, but as his best friend, it is my job to embarrass him in front of his friends and family."
There's a good like quietly muttered but loud enough to be heard, "I'm gonna fucking stab you." That comes from Skaaymon.
Like try. There is a chuckle from the table as Jarrow makes the comment about it being his job to embarrass you.
And then it's a fucking challenge. Bitch.
As Jarrow continues. As many of you, most of you here are aware, Skaaymon has been gone for 3 years. And Zan, along with him. We do not know the full extent of what Skaaymon has been through. None of us do, not even I. But what I do know is that Skaaymon did not intend to abandon us for 3 years, and we need to remember this. For him, it has only been a few months.
The floor is looking mighty pretty today. What happened to it, huh?
And during those months, Skaaymon, I assure you all, has been fighting to retrieve the idol, fighting to return our village to its glory it once had. Skaaymon deserves the treatment he is receiving here and far more. Skaaymon deserves your praise, deserves your admiration.
He's starting to just ever so slightly shake his head.
Whatever you may think of him, he is out there fighting for us every day. And that makes him braver than most of the people at this table, including myself.
Sit down and shut the fuck up, dude.
But I would also like to thank the one who has helped keep him alive. He turns, looking down at you, Whimsy, as he says, "We have in our presence, in our midst, royalty. Royalty who has been fighting alongside Skaaymon most of his journey. And I assume, based on the tales I've heard, both likely would have perished without the other. So I would like to thank you, Princess Autumn Lily, for bringing my Skaaymon back to us."
She'll let the mice Skaaymon slide by. And she'll give her most regal, proud, appropriate nod.
He kind of nods his head and says, "That is all," as he sits down. Marcy, who is sat next to him, will kind of pat his shoulder and say, "You did good, JJ." And he'll just kind of lean against her shoulder for a second.
Whimsy claps.
There is a round of light applause from the rest of the attendants.
Skaaymon also does kind of look at Joe and clap with murder in his eyes that is undisguised. As he will wait for the cute moment between Jaro and Marcy to happen, and then will lean in and mutter under his breath, "I'm gonna fucking kill you in your sleep, I swear."
Jaro kind of leans over and says, "Really, the coward's way? After all of that? Everything you've been through?"
Oh, you want to deserve a spectacle? Really?
I am certain the crowd would be entertained.
You count your fucking days, buddy.
Well, I suppose I shall start counting. Is this day 0 or day 1?
Gonna kind of lean past him, or forwards, I guess, to look at Marcy. I'ma stab him. I am.
Oh,
I'ma do it.
don't stab my boyfriend.
I'ma stab him.
All right.
I mean,
just
you like his face, right? Oh, don't mess up his face. I'll just his
I
foot
was
or something.
I was about to say, just don't stab his face. She kind of
He's got too
glances.
pretty of a face.
She glances towards the children sitting a few seats down from her before leaning in and whispering incredibly quietly, "And don't stab him below the waist either."
I won't hit his jewels. No. And look at him. He has too much of a pretty face. And Skaaymon does like cup his hand against Jero's face and like do the little pet as he says this. He has too pretty of a face to stab. Don't worry. I'll aim elsewhere. But, for your sake, not there.
She
Also,
kind of
congratulations. I'm not surprised in the slightest.
she sighs and kind of rolls her eyes. Hey, he's still yours first, right?
Oh. Nah, you know what? I think for the sake of the fact that I know I'm not staying, I will pass that title, the deed, if you will, off to you.
Aw.
Because I think you'll make the most use out of it.
Your generosity is greatly appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Marcy
You
kind
could call
of
it that.
leans back and will resume eating as Jero says, "Surprise."
Yeah. Brody beat you to it.
Damn it.
To be fair, not actually. He did just mention that he picked up calling you JJ from my dearest friend here. My dearest, bestest friend of the Shadowfell here. As he kind of, like, presents his hand, whatever the fuck, towards Marcy. Yeah, it wasn't that hard to figure out with the context clues of that sentence alone. But yeah, no, I'm not surprised. You two are very cute. Almost sickeningly sweet. But very cute.
I'm glad you're not mad that I've been stolen away from you.
Oh. Couldn't be mad. I just also need to know, like, genuinely, if I need to change my contact name for you. Just...
Skaaymon, she was our friend before. She knows the deal.
I know. Listen, I know she knows. I know you're aware of this. But just in case it even starts to resemble like anything, just let me know. I promise I will not take offense to it.
She's the one who, when she discovered I had changed your name back to Skaaymon, insisted I put it back.
Okay, cool. Just saying, in the future, let me know.
She's also the one who keeps insisting if we ever get married, we should make sure our marriage license has a space for a third signature.
Oh. No. Don't worry, that part won't be necessary. I'll just haunt you in your dreams.
Ah, yes, that'll be much better.
Yeah. It's undocumented, it'll be fine. Yep, that's a sentence. I hate that sentence. That was a really weird fucking thing to say. Cool. It's fine.
You see the door to the room open as a black-skinned tiefling that you do recognize as a hunter, but was not someone you were particularly close with, kind of makes their way in. They seem to be in a bit of a rush as they kind of lean down to Farael and whisper something in her ear. Her expression kind of drops and she nods, kind of standing up, and saying, and kind of speaking to the table. "I'm sorry, business calls, I must be going." And she turns and follows the hunter out of the room.
Did her... Was there anything, like, readable on her face as she was told?
Roll insight, I guess.
Not terrible. 25.
25.
Mhm.
You... She seemed confused and concerned. And there was a bit of kind of worry and apprehension on her face as she stood to leave.
Okay. Noting that down. Cool. Alright. We will continue on as normal, otherwise.
You...
Does Thomas, like, look at him even once? Like, is it, like, from the corner of his eye, does he even ever glance?
No.
Hmm. Okay,
Thomas refuses to acknowledge her existence.
fair enough.
You continue to eat. About 5 minutes later, Jarrow's phone goes off and he kind of looks at it, narrows his eyes in kind of slight worry before he says, Pharrell's asking for my assistance. I'm sorry. I'll enjoy the rest of the feast. And he stands and walks out.
As he stands, Skaamon's going to, as he's standing up, since to speak up, I'm gonna message you at some point. Just message me again when you're free, probably tomorrow, but I would like to talk to you sooner rather than later.
He nods.
Fun. Cool. How long is this thing supposed to go on for now?
Probably another half an hour.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he's just gonna make the best of it, and will once again not say or do much unless he is spoken to.
Okay. Whimsy? Are you doing anything?
Nothing of note other than, I will say, Skaaymon, for the first time ever, Whimsy is eating somewhat politely. She's still scarfing it down, but like normally, like she has absolutely no regard for like anything. Like there's no princess etiquette, but like she's eating right now like someone like royalty, basically. She's putting on a show. But yeah, nothing in particular.
Okay. Then the half hour passes. And as the feast comes to a close, people slowly begin to disperse, making their way home for sunfall. What do you two do?
the second it becomes acceptable to leave, Skaaymon does kind of look to Whimsy and will like kind of lean over. Whenever you are ready to start leaving, we can.
Whimsy, with her ridiculous amount of consumed food, just kind of leans back and gives you a kind of tired look.
Yeah, I think I'm ready. I want to ride on your bike again. I mean, obviously we have to get home,
We
but
have to take it home somehow. Yeah. So, just has any of his family left at this point?
Thomas and Leonidas did leave pretty early, like they were among the first to leave.
Yeah, that makes
Leonidas
sense.
gave you an apologetic glance, but it seems like at the very least to you, like Leonidas is taking Thomas home because Thomas doesn't want to be here.
Yeah. Alright. Okay.
But Brody and Brixton are both here still.
How like bad etiquette would it be for me to like get up and move seats to go sit next to my brother?
It's certainly not like frowned upon. So you could do that.
I was like, now that it's like everyone's coming to a close, people are leaving, and it's probably been a couple minutes since Thomas has left. Yeah, Skaamon's just gonna kind of. He does stand up, and he, kind of leans down to Whimsy. Just tell me whenever you're ready to leave, and then we'll walk around towards Brody, and is just gonna like gently sit down next to him.
Brody will smile. Hi.
Hey.
Mom said you and your friend hunted all of this?
And yeah, it was a bit of a bet, a competition between Jero and I. And at the same time, kind of helping her get a bit more of a hand in the terrain. But otherwise, yeah, for the most part.
He smiles and nods. That's so cool. You did a good job. So did she.
You know, from what I hear, she did do a very good job. So,
It's really good.
well, that would not be really anything that I had a hand in. That would be those that actually did the preparing and cooking of it, so. Make sure your praise goes to the right people.
But you caught it.
I made sure it wasn't diseased. And that's about it. I mean, there's other things. Don't get me wrong. As he kind of like glances to his mother, there's a lot of other things that goes into this. There's definitely a lot more than just that. However, that's where my part ended. The rest of it is... Well then. You've got fuzz in your hair. It's just a little bit of it. He's gonna like pinch at Birdie's hair. It's a little piece of fuzz. I missed you, kid.
I missed you too. I'm glad you're back, even if it's not
too.
forever.
Me too. And I do need to make sure that the next time I come back, it's not empty-handed. Whatever that'll be. Insert more family things here till we leave, basically.
Okay. As you pack up and leave, as you leave, you make your way outside, and you see Jarrow is waiting out there. As he looks at you, a slightly concerned expression on his face as he says, "You should come see this. Both of you."
Oh, good gods, motherfuck. Why? What is this?
Well, you said that you had been dealing with things we wouldn't understand, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea how a child might have walked through the forests and found our village with no idea where she came from?
Ooh.
Come on.
Ooh. Fucking. Yep, sure. Where?
Jarrow turns and begins to walk towards the church.
How far is the church?
It's not super close. It's probably a 10-minute walk.
Okay, well.
Which, in terms of the village, is not super far.
Yeah.
Or is not super close, I mean.
Fair enough. Skaaymon kind of looks like to Jarrow and then to where his bike is. I guess we'll meet you there because I'm not gonna just leave this in a random fucking parking lot. Wait. Yep, okay, we'll meet you there.
Whimsy already being on the bike, like impatiently staring at you. Get on.
He puts his jacket on, puts his helmet on, and will head toward, definitely faster than he was going on his way to this place. He's going to the church. Still safely, but faster.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck yeah. Whimsy's doing that squealing pig commercial, like, out the window.
As you make your way to the church, You see a few people dressed in medical garb kind of moving to and fro. And you see everyone has a surgical mask on, everyone near the church, and as you approach, one of them kind of moves towards you and says, if you're going inside, you're going to want these, and will kind of hold out 2 surgical masks for you. One for
Skaaymon
each of
takes
you.
it. Skaaymon takes it without hesitation. What's going on?
We are not sure. Better safe than sorry.
Fair enough. He will have his on at this point and will not force Whimsy to do anything. In fact, he kind of forgets she's there temporarily. And puts it on and, like, walks in. As soon as he's physically able to.
You took the bike here, right?
Yes.
You probably got here before Jero did, then.
Almost certainly. Pretty sure the bikes will still go faster than he can fly.
Yes.
Especially
Whimsy,
if
are
the-
you putting on the mask?
I feel like she will, just so she doesn't have to deal with people being like, put the mask on, so she
Okay.
will.
As you guys enter, you see kind of curled up at the base of the lectern at the front of the church is a sickly looking girl. She's got pale skin, long, unkempt, dark hair. It looks like it's never been cut. She wears this kind of tattered green jacket, and then a blanket has been draped over her. Her shoes are scrunched and tattered and look like they were scrounged together of whatever the same material her jacket is made of, potentially even cut from the jacket. And laying on the ground next to her is an old-timey plague doctor mask that looks just fit for her size. She's got a pair of cyan eyes that seem to flit between the people around her, including Farail, who you see is currently crouched in front of her, wearing her own surgical mask. The girl's eyes kind of flit around, and you both see something odd. This girl is marked, but the mark feels stronger. You can almost sense that the mark is more than just she's been touched by this patron. The mark, though it is likely different for the two of you, you both immediately recognize its meaning to be disease. Farail notices you enter and stands and will kind of approach you.
Skaaymon is actually taking off his jacket and is dumping it and his helmet in one of the seats, like near the aisle, but like just somewhere.
Yeah.
And is already like rolling up his sleeves.
As Farail approaches, she says, "We haven't been able to get much out of her. She just says... She keeps repeating the same phrase over and over.
What language?
She's kind of quiet for a second. Celestial.
Okay.
Look, if any of what you claim is true, of what we spoke about, you will potentially have better chance at understanding what she is saying.
Better chance, but I don't think I can promise anything. I might know more about a situation like this than you do, but that doesn't mean I know everything. Especially with how much more there is.
Of course, but you are at least the best hope that we have access to at the moment. Jarrow was going to send for someone in Dreadgate, but, I mean, that will take a few days.
Yeah. The mask was a good idea.
She came in wearing an old-timey Plague Doctor mask. We figured better safe than sorry.
And that does seem to be the right call.
She turns and kind of leads you towards the child.
It's at this point that he's gonna turn around and make sure that Whimsy is in fact still with him, and he didn't just like abandon her and leave her behind somewhere.
She is. She's kind of hanging back a bit. She looks sussed. Very disgusted. Yeah. Like she's looking at this child like how you imagine a very judgmental person would look at a nasty diseased kid. There's not a bit of empathy on her face right now.
Skaaymon is gonna quickly like approach Whimsy. You don't need to like come with me at all closer if you do not want to. If you feel like it, go ahead, but if you don't worry about hanging back. I don't think I'm gonna get much from this situation. But if you want to put your nose into it.
Know if we should approach it all. I mean, you see the disease thing. You see that? You're getting that vibe?
Do you really think it'll affect us?
I mean, maybe if they're like, divinely diseased or whatever.
Well, there's only one way to find out. And he's going to like pat her on the shoulder. Not necessarily pat, but it's gonna like kind of grab her shoulder and like grip it, and then we'll release and follow up to the child calmly.
Okay.
She heaves the biggest sigh ever, but will tentatively follow behind you.
The child looks up at you as you approach, a look of kind of sickly worry. Like she's too tired to fight back, but she's worried what might happen.
Okay. Does she look above us at all to the marks above our heads?
Roll perception. Or insight, I'll let you pick.
Well, one of those is significantly better. So
one of those is a +12.
The other one's a +8, which isn't bad. However, that does make this a 28, so we're gonna go with that.
Okay. As you
On
approach,
specifically,
her eyes did flit above you for about a quarter of a second before looking back down at your face.
Okay. Did she already look worried, or does she look like more worried when she sees it?
Her expression doesn't seem to shift.
Okay. Skaaymon is going to approach this child as he normally would a scared child that doesn't know him, and is going to, in Celestial, he's probably gonna like sit down a good like 4 feet away, and then Celestial will speak up. Hello.
She stares at you for a long moment. The plague will come and kill the gods, and you will not survive.
Okay. Can I come closer?
The plague will come and kill the gods, and you will not survive. Pharrell kind of crouches down next to you and will kind of say in Celestial, "It's all she's been saying. Any question is met with that same answer."
I'm guessing you've asked all the, normal questions of like, how old are you? Name. Where did you come from? Those things. I'm gonna assume those things have been asked already.
Pharrell nods.
Yeah, I figured. Okay. Well, this one only really goes. Okay. Skaaymon is gonna like scooch a little bit closer just so that he doesn't have to talk as loudly.
She
but
does
still
not.
stay good.
She does not recoil.
Okay. He does still like. He's still like not within arm's reach. Like he couldn't reach out and touch her without leaning a decent amount forwards, and he's not going to do that. As he just kind of sits and is going to kind of look her over carefully a little bit, and then will look back towards her face, and will in Celestial just he will repeat what she said in like a trying to think it through kind of way.
The plague will come and kill the gods, and you will not survive.
Yeah.
Do you say exactly those words?
I don't know if I want to. He will say them, but like broken up, like he's going line by line, word by word, trying to think of what it could mean.
Could you just say it the way that he says it?
Fucking. So it's the words was the plague will come to kill us all, or to kill the gods, and you will not survive.
Hang on, I'll type it out.
Please do, because I'm. Okay. I think he'll mostly just go like he'll kind of murmur out the plague will come to kill the gods and will like trail off there for like a good 3 seconds before muttering then and you will not survive.
She nods.
Like?
The hunters call, the hunters cry until they all die.
Can you write that one out, please?
Pharrell seems like slightly surprised and will kind of pull out her phone and quickly type out what she said as she says, "That was new."
Do you in Celestial to this kid? Do you know what that means?
The hunters call and hunters cry until they all die.
Okay. In Infernal, he'll kind of speak to the room, mostly to oh my god, I fucking named her and I can never say her name right. Pharrell. Hank fucking what did I do this to myself? Oh my god. It's not that hard to pronounce, but I keep either calling her Frail or Feral. Neither of those are right.
Yes, her name, Frail.
Frail. Why did I do this to myself? Okay. He will speak kind of outwards towards the room, but mostly to Frail. In Infernal. I lost what I was gonna say. Never mind, no he doesn't. I guess, you know what? He will do the same thing. Where he will repeat it slowly and will pause for a few seconds after cry, and then will finish the sentence. This is a really bad idea. Ugh.
The plague will ravage lands until none who saw remain.
So I feel like you know what I'm going to ask you again. There it is.
I am already writing.
Yeah. Okay, I remembered what I was going to say in Infernal, so now is when he'll say it again. I don't know if I keep saying this out loud, if it's going to cause, like, a genuine curse, but this seems to be working with a question mark.
Pharrell kind of nods and glances around. Perhaps we should have everyone non-essential leave the room.
When does Jarrow show up?
As people begin to stand, the door kind of opens, and Jarrow kind of makes his way in. He's wearing a mask again. As he says, "Sorry I'm late. Any progress?" Pharrell nods and will kind of gesture to Skaaymon as she... Pharrell gestures to Skaaymon as she gets up and begins to walk out of the room along with a bunch of the others.
She's also leaving. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Cool.
As she walks past Jarrow, she does say in Infernal, "Keep me updated." And Jarrow nods. "Yes, ma'am." As he approaches and kind of sits down next to you, Skaaymon. Anything?
If I keep... What I just said to her was, if I continue to do what I've been doing, I'm worried I might verbalize a curse. But so far, it's been the only thing that's helped. I don't even think I can call it helping. It's just been the only thing that has any sort of change in their vocabulary.
Okay, so what have you been doing?
Do you know... Excuse me, wake up. Were you told, like, what she was saying?
He nods. I was here when she arrived.
Okay. So far, this is an Infernal, which I have no idea if this kid can understand it, but I do know that both Jarrow and Whimsy can.
Yep.
As he will verbalize, so far we have the plague will come and kill the gods, and you will not survive. The hunters call and hunters cry until they all die. The latest one, the plague will ravage lands until none who saw it remain.
Certainly doesn't sound good.
Does the child start speaking again?
Nope. So, how have you gotten her to...
You want to see?
Sure. Go ahead.
Switching back to Celestial, he kind of shifts a little bit, so now he's I'm trying to make a triangle between him, Jarrow, and this kid.
Okay.
Without, like, encroaching on personal space.
Okay.
But just so that I'm not, like, having to speak one direction while he's behind me, catching half of it.
Mm-hmm.
As he kind of, like, calmly moves at not like a snail pace, but like a decently slow pace as he kind of sits in a slightly different area. As he'll kind of look up and will ask her in Celestial, "Is there anything else?"
The plague will ravage lands until none who saw remain.
Okay. The plague will ravage lands until none who saw remain. does she say else?
Pain and loss and despair and weave all will fall in time.
Yes, anytime the word despair has ever come up since the beginning of this, he always he twitches. It's something that Whimsy's probably recognized at this point. Jero has no fucking clue, but it's definitely an odd twitch at a weird word.
How the... Huh.
Like I said back in Infernal, I'm worried about what will happen in the end. And he kind of glances above her head. You said that the mark was a lot more...
You can feel the power radiating from it.
Has it been like anything we've felt before with anyone that has had a mark?
It reminds you of when you saw Alois become an avatar.
Fun. Okay. But not like when we saw that which has names. We couldn't see the marks at that point, technically.
No.
Yeah, fuck. That's kind of the only other... Yeah, okay. You're now the senior here. Do I keep going?
We are prepared for a lockdown if necessary. We've already basically quarantined ourselves since this village's founding. Just shutting off the train system won't be too difficult.
That's true. Okay. He's going to... He highly doubts this is... No, this is a bad idea, actually. We're at a church. But this is honestly, if he has a problem with it, then he can go fuck himself. This is bigger than him. He's going to... He has no idea if this is gonna work. Probably not, because he doesn't know what he's doing. But he's basically trying to put a message out through the fucking bullshit, and is gonna be like, "Sally, help, please! I'm not equipped for this. I don't know if this is gonna fuck shit up." And as he is throwing that potentially to her, is going to once again repeat the line back to this kid.
Conflict calls, insanities fall, and devastation dies.
Does Jero seem to understand? Or has he just been... is he doing what Pharrell did and is writing it down?
He is writing it down. He seems... interested, but doesn't seem to know. Doesn't seem... roll insight.
$24. Excuse me.
You don't see... You don't see any reaction on his face, to the point where you can tell he's suppressing his reactions. You're not sure whether he's just trying not to look worried or confused in front of the child, or what, but...
But he seems to understand the language she's speaking.
Yes, he does seem to understand the celestial tongue.
Okay. He will once more repeat the line back to her.
The plague will come, feast on her flesh.
He kind of once again will look towards Jero to make sure he's done writing.
Jero has written it down and kind of nods to you.
Skaaymon is going to like shift so that he is a bit closer, but also just kind of shifts his position a bit, as he will once more repeat the line back. At every comma, he like pauses a good like 2 seconds, just to enunciate where the pauses are in that sentence.
Till all is rot and time decays, the infestation of undeath.
He's gonna switch back to Infernal. See, once more, this really seems like if I keep saying this, it's going to turn into a whole thing. He says this directly to Whimsy, given the fact that Jero doesn't know shit.
Jero will kind of speak up and say, "It's your call. You know more about this than we do."
Yeah, I also know.
Whimsy was like, yeah, this is just a fuck this kid. Like, why the fuck are we here? But like, she's getting increasingly more interested by like all of this like talk of, you know, fucking shit happening, and like she is a shit-eating grin at this point. Skaaymon, do keep going. This is fucking interesting.
I need you to know that if your shit is mentioned, we might have a problem. I mean, mine was already brought up. My whole shtick here, he kind of scoffs the word shtick. It has already been brought up. If yours gets brought up, I'm not be happy.
What, do you think that I would possibly be in some sort of like end of time fucking prophecy? No, if anyone's gonna end time, it's me. Not you personally, but you know.
Oh,
I'm above this shit.
Uh-huh. I think it's something that's gonna try. I don't know if you remember the plane of air and what they were trying to do. And, you know, the reason why we met Bloom and Glacier. But, you know, that kind of situation. And honestly, now that I think about it, if we are going to be meeting Bloom in the Shadowfell, there's a chance. I might have to. Fuck, if this does Doom things, then I am so sorry. As he kind of glances towards Jero with us. And we'll turn back to this child, and we'll repeat the line.
Skaaymon turns back to the child and repeats the line as she opens her mouth to... Oh. Interesting. Huh. As she opens her mouth to respond. History changes the Star Child's dream until all is dust.
Do we know what a star child is in this? I don't know if we do
Nope.
yet. Nope. Cool. The star child. Who the fuck is the star child? What the fuck is it? We'll kind of watch once again for Jero to finish writing it down.
Do you know what any of this means? It feels like the ramblings of a madman.
It also seems like either a warning of a situation that's going to happen, or some sort of chant in order to make that thing happen. I'm really hoping that with me speaking differently between everything, that if it is supposed to be an unbroken chant, that I have in fact broken it. I don't know if that's going to change, if she's the one doing it, though. I mean, that is kind of why I asked her a question other than when you came in, because if it had to be unbroken, then I'd break it. I don't know.
If unbroken
At
was
the
her
moment-
goal, though, would she not have just spoken the whole thing?
Not if she couldn't. In any case, he will repeat the line.
Decay will warn of apocalypse's demise until all of time.
No. I'm going to guess that the next word is dies. I have a feeling that that is going to be... I feel as though the next thing is just going to be a single word, and that is what it's going to be.
Oh, that'd be so dramatic, though. You should test it out. You should test it out.
Yes. Let's know if this is going to be spelling my demise here. Right.
No. You're not time yet. What if this offs Sally, and then you get to, like, hop into her position?
Motherfucker, you think I want I'm already stuck as this? You think I want to go above this?
Well, I mean, if you're stuck in it, you might as well go to the top,
Yeah.
Skaaymon.
Yeah. To be fair, if no one does fill that role, everything fucking collapses in on itself like a... Fucking... It doesn't matter. Alright, here we go. He will kind of glance to Jero to see if he finished writing it down.
Jero has.
Great, cool. Love just outwardly speaking about this now in front of him to... I'm not even gauging his reaction because Skaaymon is kind of forgetting that he's there and doesn't know. And Skaaymon will hesitantly, kind of gripping his hands together, will repeat the line and is getting ready to get up and bolt if something goes wrong.
Knows that disease will rage the hunter's land unless he gives it up.
And he immediately starts Never mind. I was about to say it, he immediately starts relaxing, but at that, he kind of shifts and, like, is looking, is watching, and is making sure this child is breathing. Hey, kiddo.
She kind of scrambles back from you, her eyes looking
Immediately
a little
backs.
more lifelike.
Immediately backs up and gestures for Jero to back the fuck up.
Jero also kind of scrambles back. Her
Skaaymon
eyes
will
kind
just,
of dart
like,
between
crouch.
the three of you.
Skaaymon will crouch and just kind of holds a hand up, like in a very in kind of like a surrender sort of thing, but in definitely more of like a I'm here and hello, and I'm not gonna do anything. Hey. Okay. Hey, kid. Are you okay?
What language are you speaking?
We're still speaking in Celestial.
In common, she says, I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay, it's switching to common. Okay, you know what? That is my bad. I should have. I could have guessed. Hey, hello. We're gonna stay here if you want us to. Hi. I'm so sorry that this is definitely something very jarring. Are you okay?
Stay back. I'll get you set.
Okay, and Skaamon's going to like calmly back up a bit more. But will once again kind of crouch back down.
She kind of looks around, her eyes landing on the plague doctor mask a couple feet from her, and she kind of scrambles, grabs it, and shoves it over her face, and kind of takes a deep breath.
That a bit better?
She nods.
Still not great, but a bit better. Okay, hey, hello. Hi. Here. You can call me Avery. Is there something that I could call you?
She nods. Leah?
Yeah. Hello, Leah. Do you know where you are right now?
She shakes her head.
Okay. Do you know where you came from at all?
Once?
Once. Okay. How long ago?
Long ago.
And if you're okay with it, could you tell me where you were from?
She nods, and says, Contrani.
Where is that? Is that anything I know?
History.
Rolling history. Nope.
Does Whimsy know?
Whimsy
Whimsy knows shit.
Whimsy, you can roll history as well. You will have a lower DC than Skaaymon.
Mm-hmm. 17.
Contrani is one of the major cities on the material plane, once home to a pair of twin kings back some 1,000-odd years ago. Definitely not the Shadowfell, and definitely not around here.
Was there ever a famous plague in that time?
Well, Contrani is still around to this day. Whimsy probably would know it because of
in a prior time.
Yeah. I mean, there's been the occasional plague from time to time, but you can't think of any notable plague.
Okay. Well, she looks about 1 billion times less interested now.
Skaaymon does kind of look to Whimsy and thinks about it and then kind of looks to Whimsy and will mutter, do you know what that?
It's just like a city on the material. Nothing special.
Okay. All right then. No easy way to say this, but you are no longer on the material. I don't know if you knew that.
I know.
You are within. What'd you say?
I know. Haven't been home long time.
Do you know what plane you're on?
Mm-mm. She shakes her head.
Well, this is the Shadowfell. Specifically in the city Awry and Farnay. This is kind of gestures to Jero. This is one of our leaders. If you have any extra questions about that.
The hunter and the clock and the one who does not yield.
Jero kind of glances to the two of you, narrowing his eyes slightly.
Be careful, please. My sickness will make you more sick than most.
Standing.
Pardon? Pina, what was that?
It wasn't me.
Oh, I thought
Sorry.
you said something.
No, my mother did. Yeah. Could you... I caught most of that, but what did she say?
She said, the hunter, the clock, the one who will not yield. Jero gave you kind of a confused look after she said that, and then she continued and said, please be careful, my sickness will make you more sick than most.
Right. Skaaymon kind of looks back at Jero, also, like, not really... Less confused than Jero is, but definitely with, like, a doesn't know what's going on kind of look. Is that me you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll stay back here then.
Although, if I'm here, it's probably already too late.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Fuck you!
Thank you all for coming. I did not expect to be mentioned in this chapter. I thought that didn't come until much later. Well, I certainly look forward to finding out what happens next with this child. A child of disease. Anyway, thank you for coming, for listening to my tale, and I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Goodbye for now, my friends.